in addressing the disparities that occurred with COVID-19?
Shining and we are healthy and my dog is always napping and that's comforting. So it's just trying to weigh all of those things. But I appreciate you asking. I actually really worry about my students. I worry about my
Really?
students being kind of geographically isolated, being on Zoom all day for classes. I try and do what I can to be kind and compassionate and switch things up. But I worry about students and mental health at the moment. Just at Stanford a few days ago, we lost one of our medical students. And so I really worry about that. I really worry
It's
about
such a
like this.
challenging time. I mean, not only do I see it
Yeah,
with my patients, my family members, I see it with myself. Saying,
yeah,
like, I freely admit that I'm struggling, that it's not an easy time, that there's all
no.
sorts of obstacles, especially as you're going through life changes, whether it's going from junior high to high school, like my nephew is doing. For me, coming into adulthood, it's kind of funny to say at age
Can you
31 that I'm
imagine
doing.
though? Can you
Yeah.
imagine though, like being in junior high or like that age, and this is happening in the world? One of my friends, who's a father of three, said that he had a conversation with another parent where it actually reassured him, and this parent was saying, "Our generation of kids, when they grow up, they're all going to be a little bit weird, but all like in a positive way. Like they're going to have a
Yeah.
different way of looking at the world." And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, we need to look after that generation because they are going through it. We all are, but I definitely worry about younger people. What's helped you, and do you feel like it's gotten actually easier to talk about mental health because of the pandemic?
I think it's definitely opened up more ears to talking about mental health. Like the audience has
Yeah,
gotten larger because people have become more empathetic in that they've gone through it themselves. Because
yeah,
essentially, this pandemic has forced people to stop and experience life. If you're constantly running
yeah.
from business meeting to vacation to flight to this, you oftentimes don't get to have a chance to be introspective and think about your thoughts. So this pandemic plan a little bit more for the end of 20.
Mistakes, and as humans, we can get too